Although versus even though. What is the difference? We have some quiz here. Let us look at them. Question 1. Blank, he is rich. He is not happy. A. Although he is rich, he is not happy. B. Even though he is rich, he is not happy. C. A and B are correct. D. All of the above. And E. None of the above. Now listen. Although and even though are both subordinating conjunctions. They are used to join two clauses together, the subordinating clause to the main clause. They can occur either at the middle or beginning of a sentence. Although simply means in spite of or despite the fact that. And similarly, even though means exactly the same thing as although. However, although is more formal than even though, and both of them can be used interchangeably. Alright, so let's look at the question again. Despite the fact that he is rich, he is not happy. Although he is rich, he is not happy. Correct. Even though he is rich, he is not happy. Also correct. And if A is correct and B is correct, it therefore means that C is correct because C says A and B are correct. And if A is correct, B is correct, and C is correct, and option D says all of the above, it means therefore that option D is correct and it becomes the answer, all of the above. Question 2. It was hard, blank not as hard as expected. A. It was hard, although not as hard as expected. B. It was hard, even though not as hard as expected. C. It was hard, but not as hard as expected. D. Option A and B are correct. And E, all of the above. Alright, let's look at it. Although not as hard as expected is correct. Even though not as hard as expected is also correct. Then take a look at this, but. But is also a conjunction that is used to contrast two ideas, only that it doesn't occur at the beginning of a sentence. So that it was hard, but not as hard as expected is also correct. Option D says A and B are correct. Is option A correct? Yes. Is option B correct? Yes. Therefore, option D is also. And if all the above options are correct, it means therefore that all of the above is correct. And the correct option here is option E. Next, we move to number 3. You should be the one to answer this question 3. We have that blank, I studied hard, I still failed the exam. A. Even though I studied hard, I still failed the exam. B. Although I studied hard, I still failed the exam. C. But I studied hard, I still failed the exams. D. None of the above. And E says A and B are correct. Put your answer in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching.